I know why you're here. You've sensed something off, something hidden beneath the surface, and that's why you're here. I know your time is valuable and you're here for a reason, so I'll cut straight through the bullshit and get right to the point. You already understand that the game is rigged. The powerful, those shadowy figures lurking behind the curtain, have stacked the deck against you. They've built a system designed to keep you small, compliant, and blind. But here's the secret they don't want you to know. If you've made it this far, you've already glimpsed the truth. The same power they use to control others isn't some exclusive privilege reserved for the elite. It's the birthright of every man, woman, and child on this earth. It's yours to claim if you dare. From the ancient scribes scratching wisdom onto clay tablets to the modern-day quantum physicists peering into the subatomic abyss, the message has been consistent. Reality isn't fixed. It's not a solid, unchangeable slab of stone. It's malleable, fluid, and it can be shaped by those who understand its mechanisms. That's why you're here. You're not content to stumble through life like the drones. You want the keys to the kingdom, the tools to bend reality to your will, and I'm going to give them to you in great unflinching detail. But first, you must understand the mind. There's an old saying you've likely heard by now. The universe is mind. The all is mental. It's not just a poetic flourish, it's a fundamental truth. If you want to grasp the mechanisms of the universal mind, the infinite intelligence that underpins everything, you need to start closer to home. You need to understand how your mind works. Let's peel back the layers and take a closer look. Up until this moment, your entire experience of life has rested on 7 pillars, 7 foundations that have shaped every second of your existence. You know the first 5, your senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. Then there's the 6th, thought, and the 7th, emotion. These are the tools you've been given, the lenses through which you've perceived the world. But I say up until now for a reason, because today everything changes. Today I'm going to reveal the pillars that have been hidden from you, the ones that have lain dormant for far too long. The layers are about to be peeled back, and the 8th pillar, the key to unlocking your true power, will stand before you, exposed and undeniable. The 8th pillar isn't just some bonus feature. It's the first and prerequisite step to shaping your own reality, to breaking free from the chains forged by those who would keep this knowledge buried. But before we unveil it, we need to dig deeper into the first 7. You can't build a tower on shaky ground, and you can't wield this power without understanding the foundations you've been standing on. So let's start with the first 5. Your senses. The 5 senses. Gateways to an illusion. Your senses are how you experience the so-called external world. They're the windows you've been peering through since the day you were born. But here's the catch. They're not showing you the truth. They're showing you a filtered, limited slice of reality, an illusion masquerading as the whole picture. Take your eyes, for instance. They're incredible, sure, but they're not all-seeing. They can only detect light within a tiny range, what we call the visible light spectrum, 380 to 750 nanometers. Anything beyond that, ultraviolet above, infrared below, is invisible to you. Does that mean those realms don't exist? Of course not. We know they're there because we've built tools like microscopes and telescopes to peek beyond our natural limits. But even those tools have their boundaries. There's always more, layers upon layers of reality that lies just outside what we can perceive. Your hearing's no different. You can pick up sounds between 20 hertz and 20,000 hertz. Impressive, but still a narrow band. Below that, infrasonic rumbles shake the earth, and above it, ultrasonic waves pierce the silence. You can't hear them, but they're there, humming away in a world your ears can't reach. Dogs hear them. Bats navigate by them. The universe is alive with sound you'll never know, unless you're told. Touch, taste, and smell follow the same pattern. Your skin feels the breeze, but it misses the cosmic radiation bombarding you every second. Your tongue savors a meal, but it can't taste the molecular dance of nutrients keeping you alive. Your nose catches a whiff of rain, but it's blind to the pheromones swirling around you. These senses are gifts, yes, but they're also shackles. They don't give you the full picture of the universe. They give you a fraction, a sliver tailored to your unique, limited perspective. This is the first crack in the illusion of a fixed reality. What you see, hear, touch, taste, and smell isn't the truth. It's your truth, a subjective sketch drawn by your biology. And if your perception is incomplete, then reality itself might not be as solid as you've been led to believe. Hold that thought, because it's about to get even more interesting when we bring in the next two pillars, thought and emotion. The sixth pillar, thought. The sixth pillar is thought, the silent narrator in your head. The lens that interprets every scrap of sensory data flooding through those 5 gateways. Your senses might feed you the raw material, but your thoughts are what weave it into a story. They're the architect of your reality, whether you realize it or not. Think about it. You see a stranger on the street, your eyes register their clothes, their gait, your ears catch the tone of their voice, but it's your thoughts that decide who they are. Are they a threat? A friend? A nobody? Your mind spins a narrative, and that narrative shapes how you feel, how you act, how you experience that moment. Your thoughts don't just reflect reality, they create it. But here's where it gets wild. Thoughts aren't just passive observers, they're active forces. Every idea, every belief, every fleeting notion sends ripples into the fabric of your existence. They shape your decisions, your habits, your life. And as we'll see later, they can reach beyond your skull to influence the world around you in ways you might not yet believe. For now, just know this. Your thoughts are tools or weapons, depending on how you wield them. The seventh pillar, emotion. Tied to thought like a shadow is the seventh pillar, emotion. If thoughts are the blueprint, emotions are the energy that brings it to life. They're the fuel in your tank, the fire in your chest. Love, fear, joy, anger, they're the currents that charge your thoughts and drive your actions. Emotions don't just color your experience, they amplify it. A thought without emotion is a whisper. With emotion, it's a shout. Imagine wanting something, say, a new job. If you think about it with cold detachment, it stays a distant dream. But infuse that thought with desire, with excitement, with unshakable confidence, and suddenly it's a force, pulling you toward it like a magnet. Emotions are the horsepower behind your reality-shaping engine, but they're a double-edged sword. Let fear or doubt take the wheel, and they'll steer you into a ditch. Let hope or passion lead, and they'll carry you to heights you didn't think possible. In the game of shaping reality, emotions are your secret weapon, if you can master them. If you're enjoying this video, please take a moment to give us a like. We really appreciate it. The dance of the 7 pillars. So here's how it works. Your senses feed you a stream of data, sights, sounds, textures. Your thoughts take that data and spin it into meaning, crafting the story you live by. Your emotions pour energy into that story, deciding how deeply it grips you, how fiercely it drives you. For most people, this is where the road ends. They're trapped in a loop, reacting to what's thrown at them, never questioning the script. They accept this 7-pillar system as the whole game. But you're not most people. You're here because you've felt the itch, the nagging sense that there's more. You've seen the cracks in the system, the hints that the powerful are playing by different rules. And you're right. They've known about the hidden pillars all along, using them to keep the drones in line while they sculpt the world to their liking. But today, that knowledge becomes yours. The 8th pillar unveiled. Now let's peel back the final layer. The 8th pillar, the one they've buried, the one that's been dormant within you, is your subconscious mind. It's the vast, unseen ocean beneath the surface of your conscious thoughts, the warehouse where your deepest beliefs, memories, and patterns are stored. While your conscious mind handles logic and chatter, your subconscious runs a show behind the curtain, dictating how you think, feel, and act without you even noticing. This isn't some abstract theory. The powerful have weaponized this truth for centuries. Through media, propaganda, education, they program the subconscious minds of the masses, planting seeds of fear, obedience, and limitation. They keep the drones asleep, locked in a reality they didn't choose. But you can break free. By mastering your subconscious, you reclaim the power to shape your own destiny. Why is the subconscious the 8th pillar? because it's the bridge between your individual mind and the infinite potential of the universe. It's the first step to bending reality, the prerequisite to everything that follows. And it's been hidden from you, not by accident, but by design, until now. Reprogramming the subconscious. So how do you tap into this power? How do you take control of the subconscious and rewrite the script? It starts with bypassing the gatekeeper, your conscious mind, with all its doubts and filters. Here are 3 practical techniques to get you started. 1. Visualization. Visualization is about painting vivid pictures in your mind, images of the reality you want to create. But it's not just seeing, it's feeling, hearing, tasting, smelling it as if it's happening right now. Want a new home? Picture yourself walking through the door, running your fingers along the walls, hearing the echo of your footsteps, smelling the fresh cut grass outside. Flood it with emotion, joy, gratitude, pride. Spend 10 to 15 minutes a day on this, and your subconscious will start to accept it as real. That's when the magic begins. 2nd, affirmations. Affirmations are short, powerful statements you repeat to override old beliefs. I am strong. I attract success. Say them in the present tense with conviction as if they're already true. Stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eye, and speak them aloud. Do it daily, morning, night, whenever you can. The repetition drills them into your subconscious, replacing the lies you've been fed with truths you choose. 3rd, meditation. Meditation quiets the noise of your conscious mind, opening a direct line to the subconscious. Start simple. Sit still, focus on your breath. Deep inhales, slow exhales. When thoughts drift in, let them pass without judgment. As you sink deeper, plant your visualizations or affirmations into that calm space. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day can shift the tide, making your subconscious more receptive to your commands. These aren't quick fixes, they're disciplines, muscles you build over time. But with practice, you'll feel the shift. Your thoughts aligning, your emotions surging, your reality bending. Beyond the subconscious, the universal mind. Mastering your subconscious is the 8th pillar, but it's not the end. It's the gateway to something even greater, the universal mind. This is the infinite intelligence that flows through all things, the source code of reality itself. Your subconscious is the bridge, and when you align it with the universal mind, you step into your role as a co-creator. How do you connect? It starts with intention. Decide what you want, not just stuff, but experiences, feelings, purpose. Use visualization, affirmations, meditation to imprint that intention on your subconscious. Then release it. Let go of the need to control every detail and trust the universal mind to weave the threads. Stay open. Watch for signs, synchronicities, opportunities. Act when they appear. This isn't about forcing outcomes. It's about flow, about harmonizing your inner world with the infinite. The more you tune in, the more you'll see reality respond. The science of creation. Still skeptical? Let's ground this in something tangible. Quantum physics has a trick up its sleeve called the observer effect. It says that observing a particle can change its behavior, like it knows you're watching. Mind and matter aren't separate. They're tangled up together. Your consciousness isn't just a passenger, it's a player. Now scale that up. Your beliefs, fueled by your subconscious, shape how you see the world. That shapes how you act. That shapes what you attract. Change your subconscious, and the ripple spreads outward. It's not magic, it's mechanics, hidden in plain sight. Take Jim Carrey. Broke and unknown, he wrote himself a $10 million check for acting services rendered, dated 5 years ahead. He visualized it, felt it, carried it in his wallet. 5 years later, he landed Dumb and Dumber, paid exactly $10 million. Coincidence, or a mind aligned with the universal flow? Avoiding the traps. Before you dive in, watch for these pitfalls. Inconsistency. Sporadic effort gets sporadic results. Make it daily. Doubt. A little skepticism's fine. Too much blocks you. Stay open. Negativity. Focus on what you want, not what you fear. Impatience. Trust the timing. The universe moves at its own pace. Passivity, intention needs action. Seize the chances you're given. Sidestep these, and you're on your way. Your birthright awaits. You're not here by accident. You're not a drone, a pawn, a victim. You're a creator, born with the power to shape your world. The elite have hoarded this knowledge, but it's slipping through their fingers. It's yours now, if you'll take it. Start today. Awaken your subconscious. Align with the universal mind. Practice the tools, visualize, affirm, meditate. Watch the cracks widen, the illusions shatter, the possibilities unfold. The choice is yours. Stay with the walking dead, or rise as the architect of your reality. I think you already know what you'll choose. Thank you for joining the Three Mystics. Subscribe now and ring the bell so you don't miss the next video.